What's up, guys? Welcome by a new episode of Road to My Dreamlife. I don't know which number it is. I think 12, but it doesn't really matter. Today, I'm gonna lay my focus on a little bit different things that I do normally. Normally, I would mainly focus on gym, work, runs, or anything like that. But today, I want to lay my focus on healing. Healing and improving my social skills. Those are two things that I really want to improve in my life. I've like 1 month left before I go to a new school, and I would like to become more social. So in this video, I don't really know what to do now to improve my social skills. So in this video, I want to learn 5 things that I can do, that I can train to improve my social skills, and I want to learn the last things that I have to do to heal completely. So I've had PTSD. I've healed from that for like 90%. There's still some trauma or some things that happen around this area, like my neck area, the vagus nerve, that's called. And there just is not really, that's just an imbalance there, basically. And I have to heal there a little bit more. So I'm gonna listen a couple of podcasts about that so I can improve that too. So that are the goals for this episode. Today I started off with the gym and running 10 kilometers, so that's great actually. But the rest of the day I will be focusing on the other things. So currently I'm watching this podcast from Andrew Huberman about the vagus nerve. I used to watch Andrew Huberman a lot, especially in the beginning years of my self-improvement journey. Last couple of years I haven't really watched him anymore because I learned too much and didn't really take enough action. But I only learn now when I just need something specific to know. For example, right now about the vagus nerve. And I'm really a fan of Andrew Huberman. I think he's great. So if you want to learn anything about the physical body or anything, the mental body, I don't know, it's great to learn from him. But I'm using it right now to learn from the vagus nerve, and when I watch this, I know for a fact that that's the only information that I need to improve my situation. So that's great. So right now I'm gonna finish this podcast, and then I'm gonna come back with the results. So I just listened to the podcast and also had a little conversation with ChatGPT about my symptoms and how I can solve it. I learned a couple of things, and to be honest, by the way, I had to break down the podcast in 2 parts because it was 2 hours, and after like 1.1 hour, basically, just after 1 hour, I just lost the focus a little bit, so I had to break it down in 2 points. It doesn't really matter. But the good news is, I got some things how I can get rid of the trauma, maybe, that's still here in the vagus nerve. So, what I have got one thing that I have to do throughout the day, just more throughout the day, and that is an extended exhale. So basically just breathe in and exhale for a longer time. Isn't it hard? I can do that a lot. Basically what this does is this. I'm gonna pause the podcast, by the way, because he's doing the end talk and it is annoying me. It increases my HRV, which basically means that it basically just lowers my heart rate, which makes you more relaxed, all that kind of things in general. Then we have for things in a moment, for things that I can do right now from the podcast. Neck stretches, so basically lower your elbows, look left, right, and we have humming, and that is something that I already did in breathing exercises, but I didn't do it in general. And basically you have to hum, so you breathe in and then you and then you have really to lay down and focus on the H, bring it down as close to your chest, try to get it to the chest, and that should help for my symptoms. There is one thing, and I've also had a little conversation with ChatGPT, and it's kind of crazy how ChatGPT can do these things because, yeah, it's AI, but it has some things that I could do. Basically breathing exercises, humming again. Wait, what? I thought it had more than this. And shaking. So I'm basically doing pretty good. The humming I have to do more. Vagus nerve stretches I have to do more. Extended exhales I have to do more. But I at least got some things that I can do to get rid of these symptoms. What's up guys, it's the next day. As you saw in the earlier part of this video, I am looking for ways to improve my social skills and to get rid of the last part of my PTSD, which is some tension in the vagus nerve sometimes. I learned how I can fix that, and I've been doing that, actually started doing that yesterday, and I did this morning. Also, I went to the gym, and just the last couple of minutes, I was learning about how to increase your social skills. And what I noticed is that my biggest problem is thinking too much. Yes, thinking too much. I overthink everything. I built a script in my head when I could talk to someone. You know, when you were younger, you had to call some store. Your mom would made a note where specifically would stand on what you had to say. Well, yeah, that's what I do every single day, every single time that I talk to anybody in my head. That just basically makes me sound like a robot. And that's something that I have to fix. So that's my main problem based on the social skills. So I now have a list with a couple of things that I have to improve in my life based on the things that I mentioned earlier on in the video. I figured it out, and now I'm gonna set some goals for every single part that I want to improve. I also will include some goals based on the book that I'm currently reading. These are all goals, by the way, that I can basically complete in just a couple of weeks, or 1 week maybe. But it doesn't matter. I'll also include some goals from The Way of the Superior Man. So I will come back with a list of goals in a minute. So I got a list of goals. Also, I figured out that also a part of my trauma where I still suffer from it is just because my body can't accept it. My body is still looking for things to be stressed about, to panic about. And my body still has to know that it is okay right now, that it is all good and it's over. However, I've got a list with some goals. I think there are around 10 goals. Things to improve, things to get closer to my core self, to be a bit more able to feel relaxed and not look for these stressed things to stress about, and also just some things to improve my social skills. So I've made a list and I'm gonna work on it for the next couple of weeks. My goal is to, when I have to go to school again, to at least be able to socialize a bit more, so I can train that, so I maybe can make some new friends and all that kind of things. Yes, that is it for this video. To be honest, this video this video is a bit different than normal, because normally I would do a lot of things mainly focus on physical health or mental health, which is also focused on mental health, but it's just different. I'm not really looking for certain things to do. I'm not really figuring shit out. I'm not really learning about things. But that is what these past couple of days have been about. I've been figuring out my problems. I've been learning about my problems and how to fix them, because these are just the last things that I suffer with since that I got PTSD. And I just want to get rid of it, to be honest. I just want it all to be over. I want to be able to close that door, close that chapter, and never look back at it. And when I still suffer from it a little bit, I can do that. So I learned a bit about it these last couple of days, and although it might be a bit boring for the video today, it will really benefit my own life. So I hope you guys still like this video, and I see you guys in the next one. Later.